None of us could make do with just one guitar, right? But I think for me, I feel like I've got too many guitars. I wanted today to do a video, kind of talk about if I could only have three guitars, what would they be? And not necessarily talking about an individual guitar, but like what are the three types? Let me know yours in the comments if you've got them, what you think of my choices. So this channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses. First choice, I'm going to go in reverse order, is going to be the sort of thing that I would have as a wild card, but something super versatile. You know me, I like to play authentic, so this is a Tokai ES335 copy, I think US 130TB. This is actually a nitro finish. Anyway, the cool thing about ES335s is that they actually are quite rewarding to play unplugged. The other thing is that they're very, very different in feel to the other two things that I'm going to choose. They're very versatile. I'm not going to select a full hollow for this because I feel like it's not versatile enough, whereas the ES335 can be used for pretty much any style of music. You've got great blues players, great jazz players, Tom DeLonge, Robin Ford, people like this, Charlie Allen, recent fantastic ES335 player. In my opinion, it can also do a convincing job of most of the things that a Les Paul can do, but lighter. I've got a dodgy switch. So yeah, I feel like I play an ES335 a little bit differently. I'm quite likely to end up on the bridge pickup. And there are, of course, these in between. So I think that would be on my list just because it's different, particularly from the other things. I think some element of a semi-hollow might be a good bet if you're only going to have 3 guitars. Let me know, would you have an ES335 in your list? Would it have to be a Gibson? It seems to be a guitar that Tom Bukovac does a lot with. The next, similarly, I like to put in that bracket of being super, super versatile and similar to an ES335. A Telly shows up on a gig. Do you know what the style of music is going to be? In my opinion, not really. It could be country, it could be jazz, it could be a hip-hop gig, it could be drum and bass, right? It could be basically anything. The Telecaster is pretty much, I think, a blank slate. Fantastic instrument. I like it for its simplicity. I like it for its kind of snappiness as well. Whereas a Strat can have quite a springy kind of feel to it, the Telly is a little bit stiffer, I find. I don't know if that's the same for you guys. A little bit, less in terms of pickup switching, but in some ways a little bit more contrast between the neck and the bridge than some of the other things going on with the Strat. I think, in my opinion anyway. But a Telly also really good for kind of rhythm playing. That fixed bridge does, I think, help in terms of kind of chord stability and playing chunky stuff. So I think the Telecaster would be in my list for that reason. Very similar kind of course, to what my number 1 choice is going to be, which you already know. Also similar to an ES335 in that some of my favourite jazz players have actually played with the Telly. I think of someone like Tim Lurch, who's actually got courses on TrueFire. If you're interested, use the code JNC40. You can get 40% off any TrueFire course, whether that's from Robin Ford, Tim Lurch, Adam Levy, great 335 player, Eric Johnson, great 335 player and Strat player. There's loads of great courses on there. Use the code JNC40 to get 40% off any of their courses, or use the code JNC100 and you could use that to get $100 off of their All Access Pass, which is how you can get access to every course that's on there for a year, and then you could jump into the myriad courses that you've got on there, whether it's, alright, I want to check out some Robin Ford stuff, it's got a ton of courses, Jeff McElwain stuff, Tim Lurch stuff, bunch of courses, Adam Levy, bunch of courses, etc, etc. Andy Timmons has a bunch of courses. I think it's really good value if you go for that All Access Pass, but just in case you were wondering about that sort of thing. But anyway, my favourite jazz Telly players, people like Tim Lurch, Ed Bickert, Julian Large as well. But you can get so much good stuff out of a Telly. I say, for kind of rhythm stuff. And of course you've got that bridge pickup as well, which is kind of what is so great about a Telecaster, similar to the ES335. If you hang out in that bridge pickup position, you're getting a really responsive pickup with a lot of kind of vocal qualities to it. Now, of course, my number one choice is a guitar that I feel most comfortable on. That is, of course, a Strat. Someone pointed out the other day that they think on the telly I was reaching sometimes for a trem arm that wasn't there. And for me, it's all about this fourth position or the neck position. The Strat to me just feels like home. I know some people find that they hit bits and pieces. They say the volume knob's in the wrong place. For me, having played it for so many years as my main instrument, everything's actually in its right place. I feel like it's the perfect guitar, the perfect contours for me. The one downside, this has got 21 frets, but, you know, if you're on the 21st fret, you're losing money probably. And yeah, it's a wonderful guitar. K-Line make my favourite Springfields. These have like a 10-inch radius. Medium C neck is what I go for, and either something like K-Line Solid Dirty Blondes, or these are Monty's pickups, or K-Line signatures tend to be what I go for. Rosewood, and obviously Wilkinson hardware on the K-Lines, which is actually really nice. But I don't think you can really go wrong with a well set up, well built Strat at a good weight. For me, that is about £7 and 7 ounces is what I would look for as kind of like, okay, they've paid enough attention to make this a light guitar. Those are my 3 choices. Let me know yours in the comments. Cheers for stopping by. I was using Glassy Plexi Halo if you're looking for this Helix preset. Cheers.